If you feel like you have no idea what you want to do, I promise it will come to you. Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about how I figured out what I wanted to do in college. And I didn't figure this out going into my senior year of high school. I figured this out while I was in college. And I know for so many people that is the same exact thing that is happening to them right now. Also, I realized that I didn't have a video for March. So this is the video for March, even if it is coming out on the final day, hopefully. So let's just get right into it. I applied to every single college undecided. I figured out what the undecided major was called at every single college, and that is what I applied to. No, it's in my hair. This is why I never use foundation. I might even just take this off. But anyways, my parents were kind of pushing me to do something in pre-med because obviously medicine and things similar to that make a lot of money, so they wanted me to make a lot of money, but I just wasn't interested in that. So the way that I kind of figure out my major was to figure out what I did not want to do for sure. I didn't want to work with like blood, and I can't deal with needles, I can't deal with blood. So obviously I don't want to go into that kind of field. So I could rule out anything that was specific to medicine, but that does leave so many other majors left. I wasn't in the clear. So there were still a lot more things that I just like wasn't sure if I wanted to do them or not. I definitely didn't want to go into like anything to do with like numbers in business because I'm just not great at math. So obviously I wasn't gonna worry about the math, but there are a lot of majors that have to do with numbers and counting and stuff like that. I always still had in the back of my mind of like, you know, I want to do something with like production, whether that be live or pre-recorded or like stage or like just anything similar, because that is something that I've like done my entire life. So if I could stick with it, that would be awesome. But as I grew older, like into high school, I realized like how limited jobs are in that field and how hard it is to get them. I wasn't sure at all. So I wasn't trying to apply for like film or anything similar. Secondly, what I was doing was looking through all of the majors that were at that specific school, because every school is gonna have a different major. Like, let's just take like the arts, for example. I feel like at every school, there's like a major that is called something different that has to do with like the arts. That's also why a lot of people apply to specific schools, because they have this program. But I still applied everywhere undecided because I wasn't completely sure exactly. Like maybe I wanted to switch my major and they have a great business program or something. And I should preface, it shouldn't matter if you apply to a school undecided or not. Usually schools aren't like necessarily looking for that. Mostly they're looking for people who are trying to apply for a major that they don't have a lot of students in. So like, let's say a school doesn't really meet their quota or whatever for elementary education students. So if you apply elementary education, they're going to be more likely to accept you. Undecided, it also kind of falls in between that category. So let's say that school is very popular in psychology, but not so much elementary education, but you go in undecided, you could possibly become an elementary education major. So if you decide to apply undecided, do not feel ashamed about it, because I know a ton of people will be asking like, what did you apply to? What program? And then if you say like, there's a lot of people that do not know what they want to do until they get into college, or they have an idea, they just don't know what the major is called until they get there. Let's fast forward into getting into your college. Once you figured out where you want to go, my best bet is to kind of start looking towards things that you like. So like, let's say you have a passion for debating, you are on the debate team. See like what their like political science majors are like, or like pre-law or something like that. Do not declare your major for it. Take classes that are similar to it. Like if there is a general education class that you have to take and it's similar to political science, take it and see how you like it. Or if there's I call them gen eds, a required gen ed that you have to take that's similar to psychology, take it and see how you like it. So, and you probably have some choices on like what exactly you want to take, because there might be like clusters of specific classes that you have to take for specific gen eds. Test them out. See how you like them. If you don't like that class, that's completely fine. And the thing about college is you can take whatever classes you want. No one's stopping you from taking this class unless it has to have a prereq to it. You could take like a basic level math class and see if you like it. That's advice for if you don't have an idea of what you want to do. Here's what I did when I immediately got into college. I met people that were in the media arts and design major. When they were talking about it, I was like, wow, this is really up my alley. I went to the media arts and design mind, like I think there was like a little meeting for like every major at JMU, and then I went to like the SMAD one, and I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. There were 4 different concentrations in SMAD, so I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do yet. However, I knew that this was something that I wanted to go towards. So I ended up getting really lucky, and I met a ton of people that told me of what to do before taking the one-on-one class in the spring because they were already in that major. That is also a really good thing to do as well, is find people that are already taking these classes, or find like people that are about to like graduate and like ask them, how's this major? How are these classes? Like, do you feel like you learned something? It's okay to ask questions. You're not going to sound stupid for asking like questions. The whole point of your freshman year is to ask questions 100% of the time. Let's say you've gotten to a point where you feel like you've kind of figured out what you want to do. You have an idea. And for this example, I'm going to use psychology. First, figure out if psychology is the base level class or if there's different versions of psychology that you could take. Because at JMU, which a lot of people did not know about, and I also kind of didn't know about it, interactive design, which is a concentration for SMAD, works with coding and creating a website. So graphic design and computer science. Graphic design and computer science are 2 separate majors. Interactive design is, again, major at JMU. So you want to make sure that, let's say like you want to do psychology, is there something specific that you want to work with? You want to work at a school system, then maybe you might want to double major or minor in something similar. You could ask your advisor about what classes you're able to take if you declare this major, because some classes are reserved to people in that major. This seems like a lot of information, but I promise you, it is not the end of the world. If you feel like you have no idea what you want to do, I promise it will come to you. It's okay to switch your major late. You just want to make sure that you are as caught up as possible. The reason why a lot of people say like you should switch your major by the end of your sophomore year is so that you can be caught up properly. But it is completely fine if you feel like do not know what you want to do in time, because there really is no time. There's a lot of people who have to do 8 years of medical school, but they don't do that within 8 years. They take time and put their effort towards some sort of job or internship before continuing schooling. And personally, my favorite advice and what I kind of used when picking my major, do not just pick a major to make someone happy. Pick a major to make yourself happy. If you pick a major because you think it's easy, a lot of people say that communications is like the easiest major. You're not putting effort into it. You're studying something in college to eventually get a job in that thing. If you're not putting in the effort and the time, you're not gonna get anywhere. Do not just major in something because it's easy. Major in something because that's what you want to do. Or major in something because you've heard great experiences of it and you are willing to put in effort to hopefully get that great experience. I'm doing everything out of order today. I feel like I'm talking so much that I'm not really focusing on my makeup. A lot of people have also said that about my major as well. People say like, oh, it's super easy. We have a great alumni network, and the alums are looking for people who are dedicated to doing that thing. At some point in your college career, whatever you're going up to, have something lined up of what you want to end up doing. Have like a goal. Envision yourself in a position. If you want to be a therapist, kind of envision yourself as if you were a therapist and figure out where you want to be. A therapist for grade school kids or high school, or do you want to be just a regular therapist? Do you want to work in labs? Do you want to do experiments? Like, I'm saying all of this stuff wrong because I'm not a psych major, so I really don't know what's going on. You can take as much time as you want to get to that point. That is the point of college, to figure out what your end goal is. When I applied to SMAD, because you have to apply to get into the major, I saw myself doing something completely different than what I'm doing now. I ended up learning so much about myself, and now I can finally say where I want to be. And I'm lucky. Many people cannot say that. A lot of people are just taking a major because they want to do something in that field, but they don't know what. I am glad that I can say something like that. So do not stress if you feel like you don't know what you want to do. Eventually, you will be able to find that passion of yours. I also highly recommend, I'm going back to it, talk to the people who are about to graduate, and if you get time to talk to alumni, 100% do it. I have a good friend that is now an alum of SMAD, but I knew her while she was still here and studying it, and I feel like she has helped me so much through my not even 2 years here yet. And also join clubs that are similar to like your major. So join like your psychology club, or join something that like has to do with the well-being of people, because eventually you will be able to make an impact on your future if you take the time and put in the effort. As a little recap, it's okay to apply to colleges undecided. Do not fret about picking a major right away. Make sure that you are taking the time to research and start trying to picture yourself in different positions. This is the wrong thing. I went to go pick up my lip gloss. That would have not been great. But that is going to be it for the video. Thank you so much everybody for watching. If you have any questions for me, totally comment them down below. I'll be willing to answer to the best of my ability. Obviously, I don't work at a college, so I can't tell you everything, but I can tell you that you will eventually figure out what you want to do. Whether that be now or years from now, it will come to you. And if that happens to be like multiple different things, like sure, take 2 jobs. Like if you have a passion to work as a school psychologist, but also a small business owner, go ahead. If you are not even in college yet, like you are applying to colleges, you just got your acceptance letter, do not stress out about it right now. Right now, just be super happy you got into a college, you are going to live out your life, you're gonna finally become an adult and see how things are in the world. As always, if you want to see more videos from me, make sure you click subscribe and hit the notification bell, because then you'll get notified, because this video is coming out way later and I'm sure you were hoping to get notified earlier in the month. And of course, if you like this video, make sure to leave it a like, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!